Good morning, everyone. Today is the feast of St. Catharine of Siena, and we honour her as we honour all the saints because basically they give glory to God, because God can take a weak human being and through his grace he can make them into examples of outstanding holiness. And they prove the great words of St. Paul in Galatians when he says that what counts with God is faith, showing itself in love. And faith and love, in a sense, do go together. They go hand in hand together, because faith without love can become fanaticism or bigotry. And love without faith can simply deteriorate into sentimentality or just mere feeling. So we find faith and love wonderfully combined in the personality and in the life of Catharine of Siena. She was born in Siena, of course, in the 14th century to a very large family. She was a very spirited, very lively and good-looking girl. She grew into a beautiful woman, and her parents were very keen on getting a good marriage for her. But she resisted their appeals, and she joined the third order of the Dominicans, not living strictly as an isolated sister, as it were, but having her own number of friends and acquaintances. What attracted them to her was, of course, that combination, yes, of faith and love, but her love of God infused with a cheerfulness and a hope and an optimism. And it was very much needed in those days because it was a time of confusion in the church. And St. Catharine, as well as the people who followed her, had a great desire for renewal in the church because of the confusion caused by the Pope having been exiled to Avignon in France as a result of political intrigues and skirmishes on the part of the European princes. And so the chair of Peter, the ancient chair of Peter in Rome, was vacant, it was empty. And this was a cause of great confusion and distress among the people. And so she dedicated her life, this young woman, she dedicated her life to bringing back the Pope to Rome. And in the process, she became sick, she became exhausted. And when she wrote to the Pope, her letters show, of course, reverence, but at the same time a certain, shall we say, daughterly familiarity with him. But at the heading of each letter, she had these marvelous and inspiring words. She would say, "Holy Father, I write to you in the blood of Christ, shed for me in the fire of his love." And it was this fire of Christ's love that was the source of her strength and her life. Eventually the Pope did return to Rome, and it was her triumph and the triumph of the church itself. And soon afterwards she died at the age of 33. She's buried in the church of Dominican Church of Santa Maria sopra Minerva. And her epitaph could well be those marvellous words of St. Paul, which have such reference to her. What counts with God is faith, showing itself in love. God bless you.